Today, we are going to look at what you ought to do in the courtroom and some things that are not allowed to be done when you are in the courtroom. So, the first thing that you should observe or notice is that when you are entering the court, you must bow down, a form of bow before the judge. Then you now move to your seat and sit down. And if you are stepping out of your seat too, you come out of your seat, you bow before the court, then you turn and move out of the court. That is one of the practice in court. Then secondly, when the judge is addressing you or you are addressing the judge, that is when the judge is talking to you or you are talking to the judge, it is compulsory that you must stand up. When you are talking to the judge, you stand. And if the judge is talking to you, you must stand. You will not sit while the judge is talking to you. Then, the third one is you don't address the judge as thank you, ma. Or the judge is a woman. You cannot just say thank you, ma. No, there is a language for the judge. When you are addressing the judge, you say it, my lord, depending on the court. If it is high court, you say it, my lord or your lordship. But if it is magistrate court, upper area court, or any other inferior court, you will say your worship or your honor. So you will not address the judge, okay, ma, when the judge is talking to you. Your language must be very, very formal. So when you are addressing the judge, you will say, my lord, your worship. Are you getting it? Then, if you are addressing the person that brought you to court, for instance, if you are having tenancy issue and your landlord takes you to court, you will address your landlord as the plaintiff or claimant. You will not tell the court that this my landlord is the one that brought me to court. You now say no. You won't say so. What you will say is that the plaintiff claim or the claimant claim, while you that was brought to court by your landlord is you are the defendant. And when you are addressing the person you brought to court, you address the person as the defendant. You not address the person as your tenant. For instance, if you are the landlord. So if you are the landlord and you take your tenant to court, you will address that your tenant in court as defendant. While if you are a tenant and your landlord takes you to court, you will address your landlord as the plaintiff or claimant. Now, another thing that you should know in court is that you must maintain decorum. There must be silence. One is either you switch off your phone or you put your phone on silent. You won't allow your phone to ring out while you are in the courtroom or while the proceeding is ongoing. Or you cannot make call in the courtroom while the proceeding is ongoing. So today's edition, we are going to stop at this stage on what you ought to do in court and what you ought not to do while you are in court. I said the first one is that when you are entering or you are exiting the court, you must bow down. You must genuflect straight to the face of the judge. That is just one. Secondly, when the judge is talking to you or you are replying or you are talking to the judge, you must stand up Thirdly, you will not use informal language like telling the judge ma. No, you will use the language your worship or your lordship or my lord. Then finally, you must maintain decorum in court. For instance, you won't allow your phone to ring out, or you will not pick call in court. It's either you put your phone on silence or you switch off your phone. So that is where we will wrap up for today's program on the courtroom ethic. Stay connected on our program as we are going to take you through the procedure, the practice and procedure in court in Nigeria. I still remain your host, Triple A on Court TV.
Court TV. Explore the entertainment.